Hey, welcome back to the end game. I've been reviewing some of the videos that have been dropping from the IAG farms and from the Resurrection Ranch. Remember, I've been a long-time fan of IAG farms and a recent fan of the Resurrection Ranch. And so, uh, considering that Tim is the governor of Resurrection Ranch, that means that I'm the captain. Okay, if he's the governor, that makes me the captain. So I'm the captain of Team Tim. Okay, and as being the captain of Team Tim, that means I'm not going to sit by and let you guys drag. I'm not going to sit by and let you guys bash Tim, especially you haters out there. All right, and so I'm going to come in and give some perspective on the videos that are dropping from the perspective of being captain of Team Tim. But now, if I'm captain of Team Tim, that means I'm also captain of Team Mom, which includes Megan and Lily. And so the latest video that I wanted to talk about was the one that he put out for Resurrection Ranch, where he's talking about I'm just giving my mom a return on her investment. In the video, he talks about how his mom stood by his side when he was out doing some wild stuff in the streets, so to speak. And so he's giving her a return on her investment. And now, remember, as a member of Team Tim, I said, oh, that's a good son right there, giving your mom a return on her investment. I'm not accustomed to hearing it quite like that in those terms. It's more like a professional, a business type of arrangement and situation, but so be it. Now, early on in the video, there's a shot of them pulling up to the Resurrection Ranch, them getting out of their trucks. Tim approaches mom, says, hey mom, how's it going? He talks about things that have yet to be completed, the baseboard, the crown molding or the quarter round or what have you, that has to be installed prior to mom getting ready to move her things in. And he says, well, those are things that need to be done. But oh, by the way, what do you think, mom? What's your opinion on what needs to be done before you can move in? Now, mind you, a lot of fans of the channels, they say that, well, mom is eager to move in. She's ready to move in. And so Tim says, well, I think that the baseboard needs to be done before you can move in. But what do you think, mom? And then mom says, oh, I already started moving in. Young grasshopper already started moving in. Okay.
What's going on, y'all? It's the Resurrection Ranch. We're still all about God. Just pulled up at Grandma's homestead down here this morning, and we got a couple things going on, a lot of fun things going on today here and on the other property. So y'all got some fun videos in tune, in store at least. But Grandma's here. What's up, Grandma?
Good morning.
How's everything been going today?
Everything's well.
Good. Sounds good. Yeah, but yeah, today, y'all, we're actually going to get the material because y'all saw that we got the floors put down. I think that's the last video y'all saw. And we're actually ready to put baseboards down now because we're trying to get my mom moved in. It's like, after we get these baseboards down, like that's the next thing on the agenda, right? What do you think?
I think it's gonna be all right.
What'd you say, you already done started, huh?
I already started. You a little behind.
That's right. So
You a little behind.
Regardless of what Tim's schedule or plan was for moving in, mom, in her eagerness to get settled, she says she already started moving in, Tim. Okay, so as some people say, one monkey don't stop the show. The wheels are already turning. Now, later on in the video, mom is walking Tim through her house where she's showing him some of the things that she's done to this point. She's put up blinds, she put up some drapes and maybe some sconces on her windows. She talks about getting the blinds up there, and she's a no frills type of grandma. And so she talks about the fact that the type of blinds she's put up are cost effective. And when she goes to, and Tim instructs her, hey, go over there and open up the blinds, Mama. In your house, go over and open up the blinds. Now, from a Team Tim perspective, I would say that Tim, being the good son that he is, he suggested that if Mom opens up the blinds, she can demonstrate for the fans or for the viewers the operation of the blinds and the view that you have once the blinds are open. Now, it just came off a little bit abrupt when he says, go over there and open them up. But you got to give Tim a little bit of grace on that. Now, unfortunately, when she was adjusting the one blind, it actually fell off. It actually fell off of its mount. Tim informed her that she probably had the mounts inverted. They were improperly installed, is what his theory was. And so, although it seemed like it wasn't that positive or that encouraging from him to his mom, I'm sure that he was just trying to give her a little bit of constructive input so that she can make sure they didn't fall again. Now, when she went over and she was adjusting another set of blinds, demonstrating the operation, now for one reason or another, Tim commented that fall, please fall.
That's right.
So, maybe this one won't fall, yeah.
Oh, no, you get, even if it do, it'll be all right.
Hey, but
We're glass half full type people, not glass half empty.
okay.
They're up there.
They up there. That's right.
It'll be all right.
Hey.
Please fall. And so he commented that he wanted them to fall. I'm not sure if he was joking. Now, from a Team Tim perspective, I'm going to say that he was definitely joking. But I'm not sure how many people would wish that the amount of hard work that their mom put into hanging blinds faltered. I'm not sure how many people would joke about that, how many people would wish on that. But he actually put in a little note or a little bubble saying that please fall, please fall. And from a Team Tim perspective, I took it as being levity. From a Team Mom perspective, I'm sure she's looking for encouragement from her son, and she's looking for constructive input from her son, and she's not looking for any ill will for the sake of the viewers or for the sake of Tim building himself up, considering that he hasn't had any failures in all his work that he's been performing at the IAG farm and at the Resurrection Ranch. He hasn't had any failures but one. Remember that when he was trying to put that boot onto the, was it the chimney vent or the wood burning stove vent on the barn, he says, you guys are going to witness the first failure at IAG Farms. And when I heard that, I said, wow, Tim, you've really been putting in work if you've only had one failure over the course of 3 years or so. I've only been watching for a year, but he indicated that we were about to witness the first failure. All right, so that implies that Tim's been knocking it out the box. Score 1 for Team Tim. Now, later on in the video, he talks about the fact that he's been doing great things. And I'm assuming that the great things that he was really referring to were the things that he's been doing for Christ and the ministering that he's been doing, some of the street ministry that he's been performing and what have you. I assume that's what he means by great things. I'm sure that he's not saying that putting a tin roof onto the barn is a great thing. It's a good thing, but I'm not sure that it's a great thing. I'm sure that he's not implying that slow rolling the construction at the Resurrection Ranch is a great thing. I'm sure that he's implying that him scheduling out and being mindful of the budget is a good thing, and that it's not really a great thing, but he's probably talking about the souls that he's been contributing to being saved with his quote unquote ministry when he talks about the great things that he's been doing.
There weren't many people that believed in me, still to this day. Even though I'm doing great things, there aren't a lot of people that encourage you and believe in you. There are not a lot of people that you can trust. I'm doing great things. I'm doing great things. I'm doing great things.
But it is biblical that pride cometh before the fall. I'm not sure exactly which verse, which chapter, which verse that is. You guys can put it down in the comments where they talk about pride coming before the fall. But to celebrate yourself and say that you've been doing great things can be a little bit off-putting. But from a Team Tim perspective, we say that, well, he meant well. Now, later on in the video, he gets to why he titled this video as, I'm just giving her a return on her investment. And so in the clip, at this point, he talks about, like I said, his mom being by his side. And so he says, I'm not a nice guy. I'm not a nice guy. Check this out.
I'm just glad that we can pave the way and be a blessing to my mom because, like I always say, I'm not a nice guy. Neither am I trying to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this because I'm nice, because I'm happy, because I'm friendly. I ain't none of those reasons. The reason that I'm doing this right here is because the Lord and myself are giving my mom a return on her investment. She invested into me when nobody believed in me. When I was doing stupid stuff, she stuck by my side. And so if she do some stupid stuff, I'm gonna stick by her side. Like I always say, I'm not a nice guy. Neither am I trying to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this because I'm nice, because I'm not a nice guy. Neither am I trying to be. I'm not a nice guy. Neither am I trying to be.
So he says, I'm not a nice guy, and I'm not even trying to be a nice guy. Now, a lot of us have a mindset of what would Jesus do? And we try to carry ourselves like Christ. And some people would say that, I think most Christians, maybe all Christians would say that Christ was more than nice. He was more than compassionate. He was sacrificial. But Tim makes a point of saying, I am not a nice guy, and I'm not trying to be a nice guy. Not even for his mama. So I understand him saying, well, I'm not trying to be nice to the haters, but I'm not trying to be a nice guy for my mama. A little bit off-putting. Coming from a Team Tim perspective, I think that Tim was actually referring to appearing to be nice and appearing to please his haters. I'm sure he wasn't referring to trying to be nice and trying to be pleasant in the eyes of his mama. But let me know what you guys think about that portion there. Now, later on in the video, there's this footage of mama grabbing her side by side, her ATV, and she's pulling the trailer. She's pulling the trailer up toward the parking deck or the gravel deck so that they can take it off to Home Depot. Take it off to Home Depot so they can pick up the baseboarding and the quarter round and what have you. And mom gets stuck. And so Tim, he advises mom that, hey, you got to put your weight on that one wheel, because I guess there was one wheel that was kind of spinning in the air because of the uneven terrain and some of the ruts. And so Tim, being the good son that he is, rather than him rushing over there to take over and to assist in the weight being applied, because somebody had to operate the camera while his mom struggled. And so he initially advised her, hey, you got to put some weight on it. Now, mind you, mom is not a big person. She's probably average size for her height and for her age. But Tim gave her some advice. It didn't work. So eventually he had mom hold the camera, or he went to get a camera mount or a tripod or something. And he went ahead and he put his weight onto the ATV so that he could gain some traction. Now, it took him a few tries. Now, although it looked like he was kind of implying that Mom wasn't getting the job done, even when Tim put his weight onto the vehicle, it still took him a few tries.
Put your weight on it. Put your weight on your right leg. Sometimes you gotta stand up on them things. There you go. I see them guys riding them things through mud and stuff, and they be putting their weight where they need it to go. You got it? Yeah, at least.
Now, I just thought it was kind of funny that when he was talking about putting his weight on, Mom reminded him that, hey, Tim, Tim, you're carrying a little bit more weight than me. All right, Tim. Not only are you a man, and not only are you the man as far as it comes to this construction around the Amazing Grace, but you're carrying some extra weight, Tim. And so if there's a place where we need a man to step in with a little bit more physicality or a little bit more weight, then certainly, Tim, I expect you to step in, and don't just watch me to struggle for a period of time.
Yeah, I got my mom out. Like I said, it's a little bit slick down here. It's been raining, which we need that rain. But it really wasn't getting really stuck. It's just a hill right here, and it's kind of slick. But I just had to take it down that way. And my mom said that was what she thought, first mind. But we probably could have made it out of there. But it's like I can have that four-wheeler with one wheel on the ground because I got good life insurance.
Well, okay.
I wouldn't recommend doing that. Don't try this at home.
And guess what, y'all? He a little bit heavier than I am, so he got a little bit more weight on it.
Exactly. For real.
He a little bit heavier than I am, so he got a little bit more weight on it.
Exactly.
He got a little bit more weight on it.
Exactly.
Now, the video was edited. We did see Mama struggling quite a bit. We don't know if there was additional struggles that was edited out of it. We also don't know if when Tim went down and to do his attempts, we don't know if he struggled for an extended period, but he did share with us that it took him at least a few attempts to get it out. All right, so that's it for my reaction to that latest Resurrection Ranch video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please chop it up in the comments. We need those comments. Get that dialogue going. I remind you that we're not able to comment on IAG Farms videos anymore. And we're not able to comment within Resurrection Ranch. A lot of us supporters, we still have things to share. We still have questions to ask. Some of the detractors or some of the haters should really be considered to be critics or concerned viewers. So some of the concerned viewers, you guys still have things you want to share. I still have things I want to share. So definitely put that stuff in the comments. Let's dialogue within the comments. Please like, you can share, and definitely please subscribe so that we can keep this going. If I see that it's something that the community is enjoying. If I see that it's something that's valuable, we'll keep this thing going. But I need you to subscribe if you feel that the content is valuable. So until next time.